Shrimp po' boys and snowballs, pounds of boiled crawfish, beignets with powdered sugar, or right on the Natchez, the French Market, streetcars, antiques, down magazine. These are a few of my favorite things down in New Orleans.
Hey y'all, this is Abe Thomas of Fat Creole Tomato Catering Service. Once again, I'm back with my favorite things down in New Orleans. Today, on this episode, we'll be doing none other than crawfish pies. As you see, got the crawfish tails here. It's gonna be the star of the story, but I'm doing two versions of the crawfish pie. The traditional with the crawfish with the crust on top of the pie, and then I'm doing one of my favorites with panko breadcrumb crusted crawfish pie. Well, let's get down to cooking, shall we? First, we're gonna start with 1 stick of butter. So this is a 2-stick butter log that I have here. So I've already divided it, and that's 1 stick. We'll start there. All right, let's get this all melted down. All right, now that we got this rolling, we're gonna add in our onion. I have 3 cups of onion right here. I use the Vidalia sweet onion for this dish. We're just gonna put everything in the pot all at once, get it going. Sauteing is now about 13 minutes or so right now. Now I'm gonna add just another pat of butter in there. Let's get that in there. And put that on the side. So I've taken a can of Rotel tomatoes. It's a 10-ounce can. Of course, as you know, Rotel has chilies in it, so I have a little chilies in that. We're gonna put it straight into the pot. All right, man. You can smell this. You would be so happy right now, so excited. And this is just the Trinity. All right, now we're gonna add 2 pounds of crawfish tails and the crawfish juice to that. Now I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna raise it up, the heat to high. I had it on about medium high. We're gonna start with about 1.5 cups and see where we need to go from there. All right? We can always add to it. We can't take away. Heard? Hey y'all, so it's been about 5 minutes or so right now. I got this going to how I really want it. I'm gonna drop the heat to about medium right now. And to this, as you see, it needs to be thickened a little bit. But before we thicken it, we're gonna add just a little bit of black pepper. For this, I'm gonna use maybe about a teaspoon of black pepper. This is a little coarse grained black peppers, guys. Delicious. All right, now I'm just gonna turn this off. We're done there. To this, I'm gonna add a cup of panko breadcrumbs. That's gonna help tighten this whole dish together. This is it. So we need to let this cool before we even think about putting it in a pie shell. Let's do a little taste test to see where we are on seasoning. See if I need to add some salt or some more butter. Unreal, y'all. Hey, so while we're waiting on the crawfish mixture to cool a little bit, we're gonna go to the ovens with our pie shells. So I have two deep pan, 9-inch deep pan pie shells. I bought them from the store. It's a really good brand. I'm gonna put them in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes on 400. All right, so now the pie crust are ready. Pulling it out the oven. See, it's all puffed up and everything, but it's gonna flatten out again right before we put the filling in. Our crawfish filling is still chilling, or cooling, I should say. All right, this is gonna be great. And this is the texture that I want of my pie before I put the filling in. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna put together my crumb filling. Walk with me here. Now over here, I have 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. This texture here, that's what we're looking for. So once we pack it in, it's gonna stick to the top of the crawfish pie. So the effect that I'm going for is that look of a beautiful Dutch apple crumb pie, right? How you get that crumb topping on top, almost streusel looking, and that's what this is gonna look like. But the flavor that you're gonna have with this is just gonna be so incredible. All right, now that our crawfish mixture has cooled, we're gonna go ahead on and fill our pies right now. Put this on my hip. Look at that. All right, for this first pie, I'm gonna take this pie crust. Yep, I cheated again, y'all. So this is a little roll-out pie crust that we have here. And I'm just gonna sit this right here on top of this dough. Close this pie right here, just like that. Just like that. And I'm just gonna start crimping as though I made it. All right, here we go. That's one, y'all. I need to cut some slits and get a little egg wash to go on top. I'll be back in just a second for that. Now with this one, let me show you how we do it. This is that beautiful panko breadcrumb butter, parsley, garlic, Parmesan cheese crust. Check it out. Boom. 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 All right. Now, let me get an egg. Give me 1 second. So I've just whipped the egg as much as I could. I added just a little bit of cream to this so it gives the pie crust a nice shimmer or sheen after when it bakes. First, I'm gonna get around the edges here. Nice brush. A little goes a long way, guys. Remember that. There we go. Now I'm gonna put that right there. Now we're just gonna make a couple of slits here. One here, just so that. So this is done. This is done. And in the oven, we're gonna drop this down while it's hot like this. We're gonna drop it down to 350. We're gonna set the timer on 40. We're gonna ultimately bake it for 45 minutes, but at 40 minutes, I'm gonna test it and check it. All right, in the oven we go. All right. Whoa. Here we go. This is how I look here, right here, right there, right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So the pies have already cooled down a little bit. Cooled down a lot, actually. So we about to taste it. I have two of my greatest tasters here, my wonderful fans. This is Luke Thomas, my son, and this is Abro Thomas, the second, my namesake. So we're gonna dig into it, guys. Y'all give me the real now. You're gonna give me the real? Tender. All right, here we go. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pair this with this beautiful rosé by winemaker Andre Mack. This is the Love Drunk Rosé. It's a Garage Dior, meaning that it's pulled from different vineyards. So we're gonna taste this as they taste that. Go ahead on, guys. Start tasting. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right, let's see here. That's the egg crumb right there. I'm gonna turn it with you guys right there. So the wine, this rosé is Pinot Noir based, has a little berry fruit to it, but very tart finish on it. So I paired this with this particular dish because of the spicy and savoriness of the crawfish and the butteriness of the crumb crust, but the sweetness of the wine just melds into that very well. So here we go, guys. Cheers. Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. Again, y'all, thank you so much for joining in. My favorite things down in New Orleans, crawfish pie, me oh my. Cheers. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share. We have many more great recipes coming from my favorite things down in New Orleans.